There is no benefit for me telling you this. I don't want to make fun of Sadik. I like the guy, but I have to critique his information. The information is dead wrong. It's not even close to the truth. Coach Greg, and can you believe it, Sadik Hazovic is spewing nonsense. Sorry, I like the guy, but I don't like the message when it's 100% full of shit, full of BS. And thankfully, people tagged me in the video, sent me the video and said, Coach Greg, is this true? Reading through the comment section, most people are smart enough to know this is nonsense. What kind of nonsense is he spewing? Well, stay tuned and find out.
Cardio. I get a lot of questions about cardio.
And so Sadik is a highly respected, knowledgeable guy in the fitness industry, a Mr. Olympia competitor. Way better physique than Coach Greg. But just because you look amazing doesn't mean you always provide quality information. My channel is all about calling out the BS, more spews for more views. He got it wrong.
How many minutes to execute a day? Is it 20 minutes? Is it 45 minutes a day?
And so the first question is, how many minutes of cardio a day should you be doing? Well, to be healthy, it's recommended that you do 150 minutes of cardio a week. So if you do cardio 5 days a week, you could do 30 minutes. 5 times 30, 150. And as Dr. Peter explained on the Joe Rogan podcast, going from unfit to fit decreases your chance of dying from all causes by threefold. 3 times less likely to die from all causes of death. 3 times. So imagine how important it is to do cardio. Do you want even more benefits? Up to a 5-fold decreases in all cause of mortality? Like Coach Greg racing bikes? We'll do more. For example, 4 training days of 45 minutes of cardio plus 1 session of HIIT cardio where you're going all out doing intervals. That could really drive up your VO2 max, put you in the top 2.5%, the elite of people who are good at cardio. That allows you to have a 5-fold decrease in all causes of mortality.
Is it steady state cardio? Is it high intensity interval training?
Next part of the question, should it be LIST, MIT, or HIIT? Well, I suggest MIT. Moderately intense cardio. Not easy cardio that you could do all day, you could do in your sleep, and not all out where you can't wait for it to end, you're being tortured. Somewhere in the middle. It's not easy, it's not hard, it's in the middle, it's moderate. You still don't know what moderate is? It's harder than easy and easier than hard. Still don't know what moderately intense cardio looks like? Well, you should be able to maintain that pace for between 1 and 3 hours. If you're out doing 30 minutes of cardio and it doesn't feel like you could keep doing that pace for at least an hour, it's harder than moderately intense. Does that make sense? So not easy, not like Grandma Josephine, and not hard like you're racing in a Tour de France.
The reality is, guys, you'll burn way more calories during a heavy weight training session than you will on an hour on the treadmill.
So rather than answering the question, he says, doing heavy weights burns more calories than cardio, specifically than going an hour on the treadmill. No. And Sadik, he often comments on my wall, and I thought he watched my videos, but there's no way he could be watching my videos and not have learned this. Is there one single person who subscribes to Coach Greg that doesn't know the answer to this? That doesn't know that you burn more calories by a lot doing cardio than you do lifting weights, heavy day, leg day, whatever freaking day you want. The hardest leg training session of your entire life burns fewer calories than an hour on the treadmill. Sorry, telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You want to hear that you burn so many calories on leg day that you deserve a cheat meal, probably Wendy's, McDonald's. It's not the truth. It's not. The average person in an hour burns between 150 and 300 calories in an hour on a hard training session. That includes Coach Greg. I'm pretty strong, powerlifting, breaking world records, Guinness Book, and so on. I might burn 300 calories in an hour doing a hard training session. 300. I burned 980 yesterday in an hour on the bike. 900 plus calories in an hour. I could ride as slow as Grandma Josephine on the bike and burn more calories on the bike than I do in an hour lifting weights as hard as I can. If you're lifting weights properly, train for hypertrophy, aesthetics, trying to look like Z's, you're going to be resting a minute or more. After all, if you rest fewer than a minute, you're not optimizing muscle hypertrophy. Studies have shown this. Even Jeff Nippert had it in his questionnaire. How long should people rest? Should it be under a minute, 1 to 2 minutes, and so on? It's over a minute. You need to replenish ATP stores. So even on a hard training session, you do a set of squats, maybe 30 seconds for a minute, and after that you rest 1 or 2 minutes. During that rest time, you are not burning as many calories as if you were walking, running, jogging on the treadmill. Weightlifting is you burn some calories during the lift, then you rest, then you burn calories during the lift, and you rest. Oh, but what about the afterburn? You burn calories for weeks on end after a training session in the gym. Nope. Sorry, the afterburn is stronger during a long, intense cardio session. That 1 hour I did on the bike yesterday, that has a greater afterburn than the 1 hour of weightlifting I do, no matter how hard I train. If I thought there was even a remotely small chance that you could burn as many calories lifting weights as doing cardio, don't you think I would tell you? How does it benefit me financially, emotionally, spiritually, anyway, to be dishonest and tell you that cardio burns more calories than lifting weights? It doesn't. There is no benefit for me telling you this. I don't want to make fun of Sadik. I like the guy, but I have to critique his information. The information is dead wrong. It's not even close to the truth. And so I think what's happening is Sadik has that old school mentality. You lift weights, you build muscles, you burn all the calories, and you can eat big on squat day because you're burning it off in the gym. And cardio, that's just an afterthought. Do that at the end. It's not important because we need big muscles, and when we lift big weights, we burn off all the fat. We get ripped from just lifting weights. Look at most professional bodybuilders. They do more cardio than they do lifting weights. Ask them. How much cardio was Chris Bumstead doing in his preparation for the Mr. Olympia? How much cardio do I do when I diet for competitions? I often spend more time in the gym doing cardio than the weights. If weights burn that many calories, why would I be doing all this cardio? It's because cardio burns way more calories. And if you're trying to get shredded and you're doing so without doing cardio, you're missing out on the thing that burns the most calories. Way more than lifting weights. Not telling you not to lift weights. Obviously, you should lift weights, but do both. Lift weights to build that muscle, to allow you to have that faster metabolism, to look good, to have the aesthetics. And do cardio for your heart. The most important muscle in the human body, the heart. You don't need to do cardio to burn off these calories because you could just put the fork down, eat fewer calories. You can get lean by eating at a deficit. You don't need to do cardio to burn calories to lose weight. But you need to do cardio for your heart, to live a long, extended life. And let's not kid ourselves. Do you think Sadik is natural, 100% natural, lifetime natural? Competes in the Mr. Olympia? Well, probably not. Can't be sure. Don't want to be sued for $1 million, but probably not natural. And if he in fact takes or has abused PDs, don't you think that could affect his heart? So what can he do to mitigate this? Do cardio. What did we just say? By going from unfit to fit, 3-fold decrease in chances of dying. Go from fit to very fit at the elite level, top 2.5% VO2 max. 5-fold decreases in all causes of mortality. Not a hypocrite. I've abused PDs, but I'm getting my cardio. Bike racing outfit like Mike Thurston. Heart rate monitor. I got my bike racing outfit on, heart rate monitor, checking out the watts on the bike. I know exactly how many calories I'm burning during that cardiovascular session. Maybe I'm off by a few, but close enough. And I've actually done this research in the gym to determine how many calories are burned. Do you know how you determine calories being burned? Force times distance. How much weight are you moving a certain distance? The heavier the weight and the greater the distance it has to travel, the more calories, watts, that you're burning off during that training session. So if you actually weigh out what you're lifting on that squat, measure the distance it's traveling up and down, you can actually calculate how many calories you're burning. And then look at yourself. What are you doing for a minute or two after between sets? Are you running around or sitting there recovering? In comparison, when you're jogging on that treadmill for an hour, what are you doing for an hour? You're jogging for an hour. You're not jogging for 30 to 60 seconds and then sitting on your axe, texting your friends, looking at Instagram photos, and swiping left and right saying, oh, look at me, I trained. And so let's see what the comments are saying. Are people being fooled? Do they believe Sadik Hadzovic? And so let's see what I commented. Yikes, I thought you watched my videos, sad face emoticon. I guess TikTok is so bad that when people start posting on TikTok, the quality of their info goes down. Sad face emoticon again. It's sad because it's true. This is horribly inaccurate information. This guy never knows what he's talking about. Well, I do think that's going too far, but in this case, certainly doesn't know what he's saying. Nah, bro, strength training really doesn't burn as much calories as people think. Exactly, burns far fewer calories, 150 to 300 per hour. In comparison, just walking a couple miles is going to burn that many calories in an hour. And not many people struggle to walk 2 miles in an hour. Why give out misinformation if you're not educated on the topic yourself? I did respect you for your physique, but you're losing it after every video. And now I haven't seen his other videos, but perhaps he's consistently spewing out misinformation. Maybe this is how you find the TikTok algorithm. You have to spew nonsense, garbage, things that make no sense, and TikTok promotes you, you go viral. Weight training burns fat, cardio burns calories. What? Weight training burns fat. Yeah, it burns fat and calories. Cardio burns calories. If you burn calories and you're in a deficit, you're going to burn fat. Whether it's from cardio or lifting weights, the calories in fat can be calories in fat. You can't say weightlifting burns fat and cardio burns calories. Like, is that a troll message? I don't know. Maybe this is trolling. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I guess you went to TikTok University. Oh, that's the comment right there. Must have gone to TikTok University where they teach nonsense. Not allowed to speak facts. You get banned, shadow banned, if you speak the truth. Oh, TikTok, all we like is people that can make fun of people like Modern Warrior. Let's just make fun of people, their intelligence. Let's be horrible human beings and say what we want. But if you speak your mind and give actual scientific information, oh, bad, shame on you. Look, everyone, weight training does burn more than cardio, but cardio is extremely important for your overall health. This is complete nonsense. I don't know how someone can sit there and critically think and really truly think about it and think that lifting weights burns more calories than cardio. Just think of it. Use your heart rate monitor. Wear the heart rate monitor during a weightlifting workout. I did it. And look what your average heart rate is during that workout and compare it to cardio. The average heart rate during cardio. When I do cardio for an hour and I go moderately hard, my heart rate's around 160. When I'm lifting weights, it doesn't even get to 160. Try it. See for yourself. And if you are at 160 the whole time, are you actually resting between sets and doing an actual heavy training session? Because if you are, your heart rate would go down between sets. Let's say it went to 160, it would then drop to 100 while you're resting, while you're recovering your ATP. Then you do another hard session and you go back up to 160. When I'm riding a bike, it's always 160, so how could you burn fewer calories if you're always at that high intensity? Even if I'm going easy on the bike and my heart rate's 130, just pedaling along, not pushing myself at all, that is still higher than my average heart rate during a hard training session, and yeah, including legs. So how can you possibly burn more calories lifting weights than doing cardio? It doesn't make sense. And I know this word. I'm glad the comment section caught this cap. Cap's a lie. I learned this. See, I'm getting smarter than last time. Strength training burns almost no calories, LOL. Well, not almost no, but significantly less than doing cardio. And so to sum everything up, try to do 150 minutes of cardio or more in order to decrease your chance of dying optimally, and do some weightlifting on top of that. If you do both, you'll have muscle, look aesthetic, and live a long and healthy life. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching, Greg Doucette IB Pro. Please watch the Bloops, Harder Than Last Time supplements, including Turkesterone. Don't forget about the cookbooks, help you eat in a deficit while being satiated, being full, happy, and training books, coaching plans by me and my team. Subscribe, click the bell button, and until next time, I'm out.